Dan's OnlyFans. He goes, "You want to see my dick pics? Here's a teaser." It's just it's a 2-pound organic mini baby carrot.
I hope you're ready for some vitamin C.
Get that vitamin D.
You're gonna get Damn it! I fucking hate him. He does this shit all the time. Like, I'm gonna make something or I'm making fun, and he comes in with this shit and fucking ruins it. I want him dead. I want pictures of Spider-Man!
Wait, what happened?
Oh, I got broke into my car and stole my pants. Where's my Carhartt pants? Fucker. Didn't steal anything else. He stole my pants.
That's, I mean,
That's-
was that all that was really in there? Because I feel like
I had
someone's
a
like,
car.
oh, shit,
I had a car
someone's
starter in
this-
there.
this-
Yeah, car starter and steel toe boots.
Oh.
And that's about it. So he didn't steal those. He just stole the pants. But I'm like, fuck your mama.
I'd be more mad about the broken window.
I am.
Yeah.
I get it fixed on Monday, and now that I have to duct tape it, I'm just like, well, I can't really drive anywhere because it's, duct tape.
How much is a new window?
It's like
Yeah,
50 bucks.
it's deductible, $50.
That's not terrible. I mean,
No,
it sucks.
I know. So I can afford it, but at the same time, I just hate people. You know what I mean?
No, it's
Yeah.
just
Like the fact that it was just pants taken.
Yeah, but they were brand new.
You made-
Still in the
you
bag.
made someone's legs feel very warm. For the first
They
time.
took my fucking pants. Those are my pants. Those are mine.
I love just the choppy video.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to make faces because it's kind of fun watching myself now. Because every once in a while, it just freezes on one of my faces.
You know what's hilarious? It's 2021 and the video is still choppy. Like what the fuck? No.
Well, this is Wi-Fi. This is my phone though, so I don't know. It's a decent phone.
Yeah, but you're
Like,
like right next to the router.
I know.
like talking on cell phones still sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Like fuck.
His sounds pretty good though. His audio's pretty good.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
because I'm talking through my father Chad, like my computer,
Yeah.
and I just have my video on Bringus, which is a new person I made up just for this.
I was kind of wondering what that was.
I'm Bringus. You don't gotta worry about nothing more other than that, okay, guys? I'm Bringus.
Yeah.
trust a guy like
Alrighty, let's kick this thing off officially. Welcome back to another season of the Entertaining Stupid Podcast. My name is Buddy Jayson, and I have the whole crew with me in this lovely Discord channel here. Just because of all the COVID restrictions and all, we thought this was a better option just to do this online. First and foremost, I just want to say, hey, this is season 3. Cheers to us for doing this for the 2 years now. This is to kick off our 3rd year, and yeah, it's been a blast. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been working on this with me here, and anyone that listens. Stefan, Kaylin, Dan's parents.
They do because they support me.
I'm
Only the
surprised they
episodes
lasted.
No, which is like 3 per year, so it's at least support for 3 episodes a year.
3 episodes a year. I'm very consistent.
Hey, before we actually begin, I don't have any headphones that really work with my computer, so I'm playing it through your voices through the speaker. Is there any kind of feedback?
We pick it up
No,
every now and then, but
every now and
it's
then, but-
not too bad.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Because I have these gamer headphones, but I lost the mic like 7 years ago because it was like attachable. And I took it off.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, we're gonna make do with what we have here because this is totally outside of our norm. Usually, I have you guys back there sitting at the table, So
Yeah.
So we're back from what did we take off, like 6 weeks, 7 weeks?
Yeah, I think it was like middle of November, I think, right?
No, it was
No.
Yeah, that was like back when
It was
stuff
just
wasn't
him.
as bad because my whole entire family was giving me shit for the last podcast when it was Matt, Riel, and myself because I think I posted a video like a couple weeks later and my parents and my family thought that was like recent, and so I got like texts from everybody being like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this?"
Just be honest. It's because your dad listened to the part where I said that he was pissed off that you were jerking off in the bathroom. What are you doing, Christian?
Oh yeah.
What's going on in there? How come I don't smell shit? That's you heard that. He's like,
That was a good one.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
so
funny
it's-
how
that's funny.
the restrictions. It's like, oh, that was 2 weeks ago, so it's allowed. But then 2 weeks later, it's like, oh, that's the worst thing you could do.
Like I don't know what to do besides just hang out in my bedroom. Like during Christmas, I pretty much had 2 weeks off of work.
yeah.
And
Same.
I just like been in my room writing and doing whatever. And there was a point where I hadn't talked to my roommate in like a week, and then the first time I saw him was today. And he came home and he was like, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And he's like, "I don't know, you've just been in your room for 2 weeks." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm doing things." I'm like, "Wait, did you think I was gonna kill myself?" And he didn't say anything and just walked away.
Oh my God.
It suddenly.
And I'm like, this is what COVID does to people. It's like I can't do anything but hang out in my room.
nope, it's the only safe thing now.
yeah, I think.
Like I want to go to the gym and stuff, but I mean, it's like I don't know. I don't think it's worth it.
You know, that's what's keeping me away from the gym too.
Yeah.
It's because of that. You know, I'm a very motivated man, but when they said COVID, I said, you know what? Shoot, darn it, to heck.
It looks
I
like
wanted to
have
work
get-
out, now I can't.
Looks like I have to be Copper 5 and Rainbow 6 instead. Oh, darn it.
Oh, looks like I have to work on Minecraft levels. Like, you know, I'm a man of principle. I was saying that's your problem. You got to get a hobby that can be game related. then
Yeah,
you never run out of
something you don't have to
options.
leave your home or basement for.
The
Yep.
shitty thing is, like, there's no real good movies out. You know, like, there's some good television stuff, but I can only watch so much television in seasons, and then I kind of get bored of it after a while.
I don't know. That's all I've been doing. I binge watched The Bodyguard last week.
Yeah.
It was really good. That's all I have to say about it. But
Who's in that one?
Richard Madden stars in it.
No idea. No idea.
Maddie, you're
He's from
you're
Game of
sitting.
Thrones. He plays Stark. He's one of the Stark kids. He's one who gets his throat slit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I know who it is.
Rob?
Yeah,
yeah.
Rob Stark. Yeah,
Yeah, it's Rob.
Rob Stark.
Maddie, you're
Yeah.
also sitting in
Okay.
front of your computer. You can just Google that.
I know. I don't. It's fine.
I don't.
like to see
Matt
your guys'
doesn't
faces
Google per
more.
se.
Yeah, I don't even Google.
He's a ping bro.
He
Or
has
he's a
to
bing
be.
bro.
Yeah.
Ask Jesus a legit.
I am the Lord's Force, Daniel.
All right, well, let's just continue on and let's just talk about how I guess the break has been for the rest of you guys.
Christian committed suicide.
Attempted.
Tempted.
Christian's like, well, this is news to me.
I was trying to think of something clever. Like, how would I kill myself? I don't know. Like,
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
You guys have a topic.
eat like I'd probably just I'd eat a whole jar of peanut butter or something. I think that's how I'd go down.
That's a good way to go down.
No, it's funny because my family had a Zoom, like we did Zoom for Christmas, and so we had like my cousin who's in California, and then my other cousins who are in Ohio and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
playing Jackbox.
Oh yeah.
There's that
Yeah.
Quiplash game, and one of the things that I got, one of the questions said, if you were to fight Christian in a gladiator fight to the death, what weapon would you use? And and the question was going to me, so I put a single cashew, and then and then my cousin answered with a fistful of nuts. So I think that's how it would go down.
He would just essentially see you in there with a note that says it was worth it. Peanut butter's fucking
Or no,
great.
no, that says it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it. Peanut butter tastes like shit.
No, I've tasted like a synthetic peanut butter, like the stuff like the Wow butter, I think.
Yeah.
And I've been told it tastes pretty similar. I'm like, this stuff kind of sucks, man.
Whoa,
That
whoa,
doesn't taste
whoa.
similar.
Okay,
Rand's
then
about ready to
chocolate.
come to your house and fucking fight you.
Then chocolate.
I'm about to throw some peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not. It was
Hey.
funny because my assistant at work is like, up until like last month, I was allergic to shrimp, which I'm not anymore. And he was like, "Man, if I couldn't have coconut shrimp, I would kill myself." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I had shrimp, and I was fine. So I tried coconut shrimp, and it wasn't even that good.
Coconut shrimp's the bomb, man. It depends on what kind of coconut shrimp you have. Yeah, like from
Okay,
restaurants, it's really good.
The first time I had it was homemade.
Did you have like chipotle sauce with it?
No, chipotle
Yeah, you
sauce and coconut.
Yeah, it's really good, dude. Like the chipotle mayo.
Matt, you're
sauce.
fucked.
Man,
Dude, I'm
a
not
lot of
fucked.
it's.
Every restaurant has chipotle mayo with the fucking coconut shrimp.
I've never seen that.
Okay, well, once the pandemic's low, I'll take you to Congress. They have the best coconut shrimp. So
Do it right.
Yeah, that's where I've been because I went there for a work lunch and everyone had coconut shrimp except me. So
yeah, it's the best.
and then that's when my assistant was like, "Oh,
she
I would
came
kill
into the
myself."
door
if I
because she
could."
heard the coconut shrimp from Congress. That's like her favorite thing. She's just smells coconut shrimp.
Yo, I'm down. I'm also down for a crawdad boil at
Bon ton.
Bontemps.
Is that still around, Bon Temps?
Yeah, it's still there. You can actually buy the package, hey, like the whole thing, and you just cook it yourself. Like, I think you have to just put it in a pot, or you put it in the oven, and then you just cook it that way. Like, you can buy.
Is it like an absurd amount of crawdads? Because we should do a podcast with all of us where we all have our own pot of crawdads.
Is it like wait? Is it an actual competition of eating though?
Ooh.
We all know.
No,
Dan-
it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Have
I'm
to
like
be. It could just be-
I will toot my horn here and say I'm ready.
You will be on the toilet.
It could just be
the
a virtual
entire
community
day the next day.
crawdad boil.
You know,
Yeah,
I
I would
was-
be on the toilet the entire day the next day because it's like
Ah!
seasoned with like paprika sauce. Everything's like with paprika. And
perfect.
then you're just like, oh my god! Like the next day, your guts destroyed.
Dan's
I've
gonna have
done it once, it's
PTSD
fun.
from his chili days.
I do
The
have a
only-
bit of PTSD.
The only other one that is actually a really good coconut shrimp is Los Guapos. They have really good coconut shrimp too.
Yeah, that's the other place that. And I've never seen them have this chipotle mayo.
Yeah, they come with like ancho chipotle mayo or something like that.
Cool. So, did anybody get anything cool over Christmas that they want to show off?
Actually, I do have a funny story about that. So my family, we do like a Secret Santa thing, and we use this app called Elfster. So pretty much it just randomly assigns you to a sibling that's secret, and on this app it has you can make wish lists. So
Yeah.
whoever has you can look at what you want. And I got my sister Madeline, and then I had totally forgot about it, which means I forgot to even put anything on my wish list. So I was at work, and Giovanni and I were just looking at it, right? And on this search thing to put things on your wish list, it just takes a bunch of stuff from a bunch of different websites. And so I just, as a joke, typed in Italian just to see what would come up. And one of the first things that comes up is this T-shirt that says, "I'm not yelling, I'm Italian." And and I put it on my wish list as a joke, right?
And they got it.
And this was like a couple weeks before Christmas. And then like a week later, I'm at work and I get this text from my sister Madeline because she was at my parents' house. And she sends me a picture of this shirt in a plastic bag that says, and she's like, "Did you get this for Giovanni?" And it says, "I'm not yelling, I'm Italian." And I'm like, "Oh my God, what the fuck? Did I accidentally order that?" And I wasn't sure. I went through my credit card statement and my Amazon just to see what happened. And I showed Giovanni and he thought it's fucking hilarious, right? And then I found out that someone got it from my Secret Santa. I'm like, "Oh my God, I was kidding. I forgot to take it off. How could anybody think I actually wanted this?" Right? And then on Christmas Eve, we're doing a Zoom opening, like opening gifts or whatever, and doing the Secret Santa. And it was my brother-in-law who got me that fucking shirt.
No.
But also on the wish list, I put this. I wanted this book by Brian Greene, who's a physicist, called I think it's called Until the End of Time.
Yeah.
And then he sends a text to our family group chat with a screenshot. He's like, "Just joking, I got you this shirt, but I also got you this book." And he sent a screenshot of the cover of the book, but it was an erotic novel of the same name. And he's like, "It's waiting for you at
no.
Kelly Robinson." And I'm like, "Fuck."
Best Christmas ever, dude. For sure.
I mean, Christian, you have to
I'll
read
see if
through
I
that
can
now,
find it.
right? You have to read through that
Fucking
now.
hilarious.
Would it be erotic equations?
Stupid, sexy science.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This is a fucking shirt.
I'm not yelling. I'm Italian. There you go.
Beautiful.
I
Yeah,
love it.
beautiful.
I fucking love it.
And it's an extra large, so I can't even really wear it.
Oh no, dude.
I mean, you can wear it on your fat days.
He probably
right?
was like, "Fuck yeah, man! Like, I got the best stuff for him. He's just gonna love it."
He's like, well, it's what you wanted. I'm like, well, I guess, technically.
All he
Hey,
needs.
you know,
That's
you
awful.
actually, you're technically, yeah. I'm like, you're at fault there. You can't admit that he's not at fault. You put it on your wish list.
Yeah, I know.
That's true. That's true.
No, but he was fucking with me on the book, and I went to McNally Robinson to
Mhm.
go get it, but they lost it, so I haven't even got it yet.
They
Damn.
they lost the erotic novel that he got for you.
Yeah, but it's funny because I forgot to ask if it was what the author was. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, did he actually get me this book? And then I recall the guy saying that he was gonna look for it in the science section. So
Okay.
Okay. That's good.
so it's probably the book that I wanted.
Nice.
He's just fucking with you. That's a great gift.
Yeah, and then my mom bought me a Baby Yoda because that's something that I really need.
Right there. Right there.
You do need a baby.
Yeah, I know, like it's
Everyone
it's
seems
cool.
to
It
have
sits
that.
next to my Boba Fett helmet, but it was hilarious when I opened it and it was Baby Yoda because it's like I'm not like a collector like Matt is,
Mhm.
and I'm like, what am I gonna fucking do with this?
It's like naturally like, okay, surprise face, happy face, thank you. Keep it on, keep it on,
Yeah.
keep it on. What the fuck?
But yeah,
Okay. I mean, this year, the five of us and a couple of other friends did a Secret Santa. Dan didn't really take part. He just got a gift because I felt really bad for him. But the rest of us got each other some stuff. And that was pretty cool and interesting. For Dan,
It
I
was
got
actually really good. I was actually like, everyone got what they wanted or was surprised. It was really cool.
Also, the reason you felt bad for Dan is because you said something very rude.
Yeah, that's pretty much the main reason. That was so.
I,
What
I
did
know
you say?
I had no problem with it.
What
I
did
thought
I
it was
say?
a great. It was a
Okay,
great
so
fucking bird.
just to put a little context.
It was a
into
great
it,
bird.
So we play like this game called Rainbow Six Siege, and normally like we are on a different Discord server. So we have like just one that's just like chat, and then the next like sub chat is losers, and you have to go between different Discord servers, right? So like it's always split up, and you go into teams of 3,
Mhm.
and then Daniel, you can say the rest.
So essentially, the idea of it is that there's one chat called losers, and we kind of made it just so that like one team would have to go in, and we were doing it so we could dissuade the other team. And I, as the channel owner, I refuse to go into the channel because I'm petty. So I'm like, I'm not going to go into losers. I'm like, I'm not a loser. And essentially, after I said that, the context of coming up to this was I recently failed in a class for my college course, and I was a bit bummed. And I was like, fuck, I didn't pass it. And Jayson takes this opportunity when I say, I'm like, well, I'm not going to lose. I'm not a loser. And then Jayson recalls, he's like, well, you are a loser. He's like, you failed your course.
Oh, you dick.
Yeah, and so like he dropped that. I thought it was actually quite funny.
You know, the
It
funny
was,
part is, like,
was-
everyone else
yeah.
was thinking it too, because Dan was
Yep.
just like, "I'm not a loser," and we all thought
everyone else was so quiet about him. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, Jason's just
Yeah.
straight savage.
It was like right there. Dude.
yeah, it was terrible, but I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
it's funny. To
That's hitting below the belt, but
Yeah, so
I don't know.
he in his guilt. I genuinely don't.
It's
feel
almost
bad.
like
I thought it was quite
it's like
fun.
you should almost. It's almost like don't say it because it's too easy. That's like way
Yeah.
too easy.
Oh, it is. It's like you're just beating up like a cripple, like like at that point. But like it was such good timing and so to the point. It just cut like a knife.
It's like the same day that you failed your test.
It was the same day I got the news back that I failed. The same fucking
You
day.
didn't even give him any time. He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking say it.
Just right off the bat, savage. No, yeah. So he felt
Oh,
bad.
that reminds
He
me
got
of
me a gift.
that reminds me of a story. It's funny. Brett told me this recently. He said one time, like almost 10 years ago, we're at the Scuzz or something or some kind of club, and we're both just fucking drunk out of our minds. And I think it was in April, and my marks came out, and I logged onto my pause. I was just fucking hammered, right? And I checked my marks, and I think I failed. I failed an archaeology class, and Brett was like, "All you said was my dad's gonna kill me," and you left.
Left the bar after, like, fuck it, I gotta go.
Why are you checking marks at the fucking bar?
I don't know. I was
It's like
fucking
in
hammered.
your
Like, oh
head,
yeah, my
man,
marks
like,
came out.
Yeah, it's in your head.
Yeah, so after I said that, I felt really bad for Dan, and the next day I decided to go pick up
48 cans.
48 cans of ginger ale, and I dropped it off at
Canada
Nice.
Dry.
Dan's door.
And it was
Where do you buy that? 48 cans?
I just
Costco?
I just went to the grocery store and picked up four cases of 12.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I was like, so they sell whole 48 cases
That's like cracked for
called the
Dan,
Boston Value Pack.
Hey, the
Canada
The
Dry.
Boston Value Pack.
I was looking
Oh,
at
it
it.
was a great gift.
Cracked.
Yeah, so like
Oh,
like,
I knew you'd love it, man. I knew you'd
we set up some rules around this whole gift giving thing. It was like around a $40 limit or so, and I think we also decided that no dildos, no sex toys, no butt plugs. I think it had to be
God,
stated.
Are those under $40?
You could probably
I mean, I
find
was
some cheap
pissed.
ass ones,
No.
but
Connor would
that
definitely-
The ones that
God.
break off inside your asshole.
Oh god.
so like that was the I guess the stipulations for everything, and I went and grabbed the 48 cans for Dan. I was like, well, I want to follow along the same lines there and spend about $40, and then I realized to get $40 worth of ginger ale, that would have been about 6 cases of 12 there, and I could not carry that. I could not physically carry that out of the store.
You know, I wish you would have been stronger because I needed more.
Yeah, you need to refill now.
Let's be realistic here, guys. I wish he should have been able to, to carry a bit more for me. Got to do those shrugs. No,
The best part is the 48 lasted Dan a week, and then it was like, oh god.
no, still that lasted
Is it
me a little
gone?
bit before like
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
got
gone.
diabetes.
How long? How long did it last?
Yeah, it'd be
Long
on.
enough.
Oh,
Long
hey,
enough.
Long enough.
Long enough. Long enough.
I'd say 11 days, 11, 12 days.
Okay, first off, you guys, you ask too many questions. Why don't we just leave a man and his ginger ale consumption
okay.
to himself?
I have an honest question for you.
Hmm.
How many ginger ale Canada Dries? What's the most you've ever drank for that in one day?
In one sitting?
Oh shit!
In
The
one
most
day
I've
or-
seen him drink
One
is
day.
like fucking
one day.
7.
One day.
One day, I've gone through a full 24.
Holy shit!
Like when I was
No.
living at home, I was like a monster, and my parents
How
bought
the
one.
fuck are you not diabetic?
I don't like. I do it in spurts. Like I'm kind of like a binge purge thing. Like, well, mostly. Now I've just been I've been
I was just binge.
I've been binging a lot. But no, realistically, I usually like eat a lot, and then I feel bad about it, and I go on a bit of a healthy kick for a while. Then I start to binge again, kind of thing. So my
Your
body is like,
pancreas is just like.
oh yeah, my pancreas is on a trip. He's having fun. Who needs
Like-
insulin?
24 cans in a day. Like, you just like crack and finish and crack.
Oh no, I didn't crack and fit. Like one, I remember I was making myself like sandwiches, popped a ginger ale, drank it before the first toast was in, and then after the second toast, and then I started toasting, and then I was like, oh, I'm out of ginger ale, so I grabbed it. And I think by the time I had made my first sandwich, I'd gone through 3, and then with the sandwich I had 2, had another sandwich, had another 2 with that. And I'm like, I didn't even feel those, like, didn't even notice. And I'm like, even at the time, like, I should probably stop. I'm like, I wonder. And then at that point, I'm like, well, I've already dug myself deep enough, right?
Okay.
To an extent, I might as well keep going.
Dan, here, the fact that you stated 24 was the max you've done in one day, right?
Yeah.
Here's some statistics behind that, Dan.
Don't
Oh,
you
no,
still
don't
got
do
my
my
numbers.
I do the same thing to him. He does not like it.
All right,
Every
Dan.
fucking time still does
So
this. I don't
for-
need to know how
for
quickly I'm gonna
24
die. Just let me have my ignorance.
For 24 cans in one sitting,
Don't
that's
do it.
3,360 calories
That's not even that bad. I thought that'd be way more.
It's
Of just ginger ale?
of just
Yeah,
ginger
no, I thought
ale.
it'd be way more than that.
And then, you want to know the sugar content that you down, Dan?
I don't want to. No,
That's-
no. Does it matter if I say no?
No, it doesn't,
No.
because I'm going to tell you anyways.
I know you were.
Yeah.
So I asked me. You fuck.
It's called formality. 840 grams of sugar.
Dan,
Okay,
go
almost
through-
a kg
Did you go
of
through
sugar.
withdrawals the next day?
No, but I will admit that night my heart was doing things.
I've been
Like
there.
it was like similar to like one time I think I drank 5 like big tall boy energy drinks, and then I went home and like my heart felt like it was like coming out of my same kind of feeling, and then after
Holy
the day
shit,
after I
dude.
felt like shit, no doubt.
Dude.
Oh god, I'd be freaking out, man.
Well, at least it wasn't caffeinated. Like ginger ale's not caffeinated, is it?
No,
Uh,
ginger has no
yeah,
caffeine in it.
Man, fucking everything's
Oh.
caffeinated. Even like iced tea's caffeinated in pops.
I wonder why.
It's bullshit. I hate it. But
Should let that dog out again.
I can only have like 3 cups of coffee, or probably
Yeah.
only 2 now, because if I have 3, I go way too jittery, man.
yeah.
It's like holy fuck.
Okay, what is even the measure? Is when someone says a cup of coffee, is that like an actual standard cup?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it'd
like,
be 250.
I mean like this. Like I can only usually have this.
Oh, like so, but I know. So like a
Like,
mug
I
of
think-
coffee.
I think like a medium, like if you order from like Tim Hortons or Starbucks, a medium would be considered a cup. Anything above medium is.
Okay, well,
actually,
what about like a whole French press of coffee?
That's probably closer to
dude.
2.
that's
Fancy
probably
shit.
2 cups,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
at
Well,
most
we're all
it's-
French press guys here. Okay, sorry. I don't know, Christian. I don't know.
I don't know how to work a Mr. Coffee. Okay. No, I'm serious. I think I told this on the one podcast when I was in BC
Oh,
a couple
yeah.
months ago, and they had a Mr. Coffee in the rental, and I had to look up the instructions on Google because I had no idea.
Get that YouTube video.
Yeah.
I was
So
just
it's
thinking,
usually just made, right?
fucking when Dan's making a sandwich and drinks that many ginger ales, I would be full at that point.
No. Well, Sil knows me. I am the picture of self-control and a very light
You are
appetite.
not the picture of self-control.
Very light appetite. Many have told me. They say, I don't know how you keep such a bulky weight with such a dainty appetite. And I say, I don't know either. You know?
I do remember one story because this is just what Dan does because he does binge. So one time he came to when I used to work out at Swift Current, I used to live there. He came to visit one time,
Oh God.
and I just got this nice like huge pack of chicken fingers that were buffalo chicken fingers from Costco, and I showed Dan like sometimes I make like a rice bowl and I have put Caesar salad in it with chicken fingers. Dan fell in fucking love with that.
It was the
rice
best
bowl.
thing I've ever had.
And he went on to make all my chicken fingers in 2 days. He ate the whole fucking bag. And then then every time he went to go, because he had to take like 4 shits because he was shitting his pants from the buffalo chicken fingers. It just stunk every time he went in there. So gross, man. And then he fucking clogged the toilet. And I'm like, no, and I don't have a plunger, man. So I had to go buy a plunger at Dollarama and go plunge the fucking toilet.
I never did such a thing. I'm a gentleman.
Maddie, the rule is you buy a plunger before you need a plunger.
Yeah, that is true. The fact you didn't have
Well,
a
it's
plunger,
fucking-
I
it's
thought
a
was amateur
high-duty,
hour.
Toilet though. It was like a pretty.
It's like
heavy-duty
having a gun. It's like better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
Yeah. I'm just saying amateur move on Matt's part. Don't get me wrong. The contents of my bowel were questionable at
He
best,
just
and
kept
I will not
making
take any
chicken
more.
finger bowls. He's like, "Hey, Matt, you want some more chicken finger?" I'm like, "No, Dan, I'm good." Like,
Yeah, but Matt doesn't know I was a growing boy. I did chicken fingers. And also he's okay. Ask Sil, he's lived with me. I barely eat.
I've never seen anyone be literally the poster child for the word gluttony before in my
God
life, but I
damn
have
it!
now.
Just lie. Just lie.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Just lie for me.
No,
So like,
not
I
possible.
hate you.
so like, still in like the space that is your fridge, how much of it is Dan and how much of it is you?
It's mostly me because Dan
And
is
he eats
the-
when he brings it home.
Yeah, pretty much. Dan is the kind of person who will buy like 30 packs of ramen and then eat 8 packs in one sitting.
No, I've never done something like that.
Oh my god.
And I told him the salt content in that, and he was not happy that I told him.
Yeah, because when he tells me, like, I know, like, don't get me wrong, I know better. I do know better. And I naturally understand that, but then a part of my mind goes, just don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Enjoy it.
Part of your mind goes, "Hey, we're just gonna do it one time. We won't do it again," and they just kind of keep doing it. That's the thing, right?
Yeah, I'm not to blame. I'm a victim here. The
Which is
food
right,
the
which is
food
right.
industry has a stranglehold on social media, and
Now,
what am I to do?
The double ender here question is: was it spicy ramen?
Yes.
I don't.
Ooh.
Was
Dude,
it?
because
The don't both of them, even though
Isn't that
okay,
Korean
my
shit?
level of
Kobe?
spice tolerance though is not that high. So
I was just
Spicy
gonna
for
say,
me.
Poor Sylvan's bathroom, dude. Oh my god.
I don't think it was
Sylvan
that
does
spicy.
his
Wait.
bathroom doesn't suffer in my hands.
Wait, you
Why
guys
are
have
you
to share a
laughing?
bathroom?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there's
their
one bathroom.
bathroom.
We only have one bathroom.
Oh. Ooh.
Syl has this weird thing where I'm kind of worried he tries to watch me in the shower. So
No, I'm pretty sure that's you, Mister. I hang outside my bedroom at like 11 o'clock at night and like moan and groan when he's watching YouTube videos. He literally is laying in the hallway outside my door. I'm
I
trying to
fell.
sleep because I have to work.
I fell in the hallway and I was injured. And I asked Syl because he was being a bitch boy and going to bed at like 8. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm like, I can't let him do that. So I went over and I laid down. I'm like, well, that was a mistake because I'm comfy now, right? And like when you're comfy, you don't want to move.
Oh my
And I just
God.
laid down. And then he made the mistake of trying to go to bed at like 9 or 10, like an elderly man. And I sat there and I'm like, well, I'm making noises because I'm moving, like because I was stretching. And then he started making fun of me for my stretching noises. What you can do, you know? I'm a victim.
Sylvan-
You're the victim, yeah.
Sylvan,
You're the
just let him
victim.
sleep in your bed and you can pet him like a fucking dog.
No, you just make him sleep on the floor.
Okay.
It's even better.
No, I was just like laying outside, and then he opened. Okay, then he opens the door. He's like, "The fuck are you doing out here?" I'm like, "I'm just laying down." I'm like, "I can't get up." And like I will in a little bit, but I was comfy. Because like it's nice to lay on like a hard surface every once in a while, right? I'm not sitting out there like making a lot of noise. It's just like the occasional noise. And anyway,
Yeah,
so
all the farts that you do, man. You
I
just
do
explode your
die-
pants every time.
I am a man of culture. I would never do such things. So I'm outside. I am in the hallway,
Yeah, he eats,
injured, mind
spicy
you.
ramen.
Injured, mind you, and
He's a fan of the Oriental.
injured and wary, and aware, and I call out to my friend, my supposed friend, and what does he do? He comes outside and says, "What the fuck are you doing out here?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "I'm going," and I'm just like sitting there. My leg kind of flops into his room. He goes into his room, kind of steps angrily over me. Says, "I'm thirsty." Like goes to the kitchen, go get yourself some water. Comes back, steps over me, and then not just like, "Hey, can you move your leg?" Just like pretty much like kicks my leg violently out of the way and then slams the door. And I'm like, what?
Are you
If I
getting
was up there
frustrated
getting like
still?
a heart attack, he would be the worst fucking first aider. I'm just saying. Guy wouldn't even look. What if I was suffering still? What if I was suffering?
Still,
Yeah.
have you learned transcendental meditation to deal with this?
I never intended to, but I think I might have. Just sitting there, fucking like I am the fucking Buddha now, just because I've learned such tolerance.
I think I bring joy into his otherwise mundane life. Let's put it. You know,
This is
I-
Roommate Dan podcast episode 2, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
hey, I'm a
It
great
never
roommate.
gets better.
We've discussed since the last time. I'm easily the best roommate. He said.
Oh, not again. Not again.
No, I'm definitely the strangest. Which I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing, but I'm gonna treat it like a good thing so I can protect my ego.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So with this whole new season of the podcast here, and especially with how we're kicking it off in the Discord here, I get to see all of your lovely rooms there. Sylvan's the only one that dresses up his background. Nice there. He's got some cool things hung up. Matt's place kind of looks like a hoarder's nest.
It's a disaster.
And he cleaned
It's
it
not-
up
it's-
before we
it's actually-
started.
It's not even too bad in the app behind that after. It could be worse.
Matt, you cleaned up before we started. Admit it.
Yeah, I did clean up. It could be worse. Could be worse.
I told Sylvan this story, but I tried to have a world map on this big empty space.
Yeah.
And it was a big fucker. Like this was world map giant ass. And I put it up with the sticky.
World map giant ass.
I don't know. Emphasize the grandeur. No, I put up with that like blue sticky tack stuff, and I used a ton of it. Like I put it every corner, all around the middle, so much of it. And this was years ago. And I go to bed, and I wake up in the middle of the night, and I just hear this. And I'm laying in bed, I'm grabbing my sheets, and I'm like, "What the fuck is happening? What's going on? Am I being murdered?"
I'm being murdered right now by
I just-
fucking sound.
And then finally, Like, all right, well, it's over, I guess. I'll go back to sleep. And I wake up in the morning, and the thing fell off the wall, and it's laying on the ground. And it was just the way it was curling in on the wall and just scraping against it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've had that with a
You're like
poster. It sounds like
a
death.
frightened child.
Oh, I was like grabbing my sheets. I'm just like, okay.
I just like the idea that when this is all over, Ray doesn't go, what the fuck was that, and go investigate it out of curiosity. Ray just goes back to bed.
He
Well,
just
yeah.
accepts- he
Because
accepts
because the guy
under
that-
under the bed is gonna come and grab him if he gets out. It's simple science, man.
You have to wait till the sun rises. And it's safe again. But actually, kind of on that note, was similar to that. It was this summer. I think it was this summer. We did family camping.
Yeah.
And I'm in my parents' RV, and it was my parents, me, and my brother. And so the parents are at the front of the RV. Me and my brother are on bunk beds at the back. And there was like an honest to God tornado that happened close by to us. So it's absolute fucking hurricane winds, absolutely nuts. It's pouring rain. And so I wake up in the middle of the night again, and I wake up and I just hear the wind hitting the side of the RV, the rain's pouring, and the RV shaking.
Yeah.
And I'm laying in bed and I think, do I have to care about this?
Dude,
like,
if you
the
have
RV
that mindset, you win at life, dude.
Well,
Holy
yeah,
shit.
no, it's like the RV's shaking, but it's like that happens, This has happened before. Do I need to care?
This
Or can
isn't my RV.
Do I need to
So I'm
put
laying
on
in bed.
pants?
Yeah, so I'm laying in bed. I'm debating whether to care or not, and then I see my dad and my parents are at the front door, and they're shouting at me because they literally have to shout for me to hear them from like 10 feet away. It's so loud, and my dad's yelling at me, "We're going out to the car in case the trailer flips."
Oh wow.
And I'm thinking, oh, I guess I should care.
Fuck.
So at that point, my brother wakes up. He looks at me from the top bunk, and he looks at me. He goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "I guess I'll go out to the car. I don't know."
So what we learned is that Ray's not good in panic situations.
No, I'll just go back to bed. That solves most things.
It's like that meme with the dog that's sitting in a house that's on fire, and he's like, "This is fine."
Mhm.
It's all good. It's all good.
There'd be a burglar in the downstairs, and I wake up and be like, "Do I have to deal with this, or can I just wait it out?"
If I throw jelly beans at you, will you go away?
Got to keep it stock. So,
Well,
anyways,
I
that's
mean,
why it's empty.
Yeah. Well, you had something up there before, didn't you? I think
A
yesterday.
world map.
Yeah,
Yesterday
well,
you had
yeah,
another
guys.
poster or something up there.
Oh, I fucked around. I just threw the Ruby poster on top of my bed. I didn't actually hang it.
Ah. Okay.
Because unlike Sylvan, I don't own my house, so I don't want to put nails in it.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
technically,
Silver put nails in his floorboards for some reason.
No, that was the people before him. I was very upset.
also
Up
I
close
do
or
I do
something.
love the flattering angle of Dan's camera there. It's like we're staring straight up his nostrils.
Do you guys see what I have to deal with on a daily basis?
It's beautiful.
I mean, at this
I'm a
point,
very pretty person at long distances.
Sylvan treats
From far away.
From
Where
far
you need-
away.
Where your glasses are off and it's kind of blurry.
Yeah. You know what? I'm the perfect candidate there. You know?
Yeah, we're in the club and the lights are low and
Mhm.
everyone's inebriated. Dan's a perfect 10 there.
Perfect candidate, but I don't go out, so that wouldn't happen. The sun is too dangerous. My skin in a lot of cultures would be considered, a beautiful thing. It's just unfortunate I live in the wrong area because everyone considers tan.
What, Nazi Germany?
No. I feel like a lot of tropical regions, people would feel like I have cool skin. It's like, man, how the fuck do you
No,
do
they
this? How
just
do you
look
maintain
at
it?
you because you're just an outsider. That's
Go.
what they do, stare at.
No, but people in Japan thought I looked kind of. I think they thought I looked kind of cool. Everyone kept touching my skin. They were polite about it, but they'd asked to touch it because they're like, "Why is it so
Really?
fucking like?" Well, yeah, because like their whole thing is to be pale, is beautiful. Like that's why they put like a lot of At least I'm not sure if the whole. I don't want to say it because I feel like I look like an idiot. But I think the geisha thing originally started as that. But I just know at least paleness to them is a sign of, or more of a sign of beauty. So apparently, yeah, people like my skin.
Is that because Because if you're tanned and Japanese, it means you're working out in the fields.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, you're a field worker, or not even field worker, but I think just naturally, like their skin tone isn't as pale, so that's just one of their beauty things. Like how I feel like as Caucasian, we naturally want to be tanned, right? Because we think that looks good.
That's
So
why
it's a
Dan
bit
has
different than
fantasies of being black.
I am black on all levels except physical.
Actually, you know what's weird? You say that because actually, when I was in Taiwan and I would go on the subway stations and whatnot, or like the MRT, no one would actually look at me. Nobody would pay attention to me. But as soon as a white person or a black person comes onto the train, holy, would all eyes divert to that person.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
They just stare at white people and black people. But me, I was like, nobody stared, nobody cared.
Yeah, like you're like, he's one of, he blends in the crowd. But anyway, when I was there, I remember. Oh, sorry, you go.
No, it's fine. I was gonna say I don't look like I'm from there, but
no, I mean, but but in the sense of like just like the fact you have darker skin, like I didn't think naturally they'd be like, oh, because like I don't know, I feel like at least when I noticed same thing in Japan, I never saw any, like I didn't see a single black guy, but I was just like, well, I imagine they'd be in a similar boat where they'd be like, ooh.
Yeah, because I met this one girl who was like from Panama, I think, and she like had some Afro-Caribbean in her blood, and so she had that kind of nappy hair, right?
Yeah.
And she said people just want to touch it all the time, like when she meets people.
Really?
Isn't that kind of like rude?
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, they don't care. I don't think. They don't know. It's foreign, so it's cool, I guess.
I think just anything different. That's what I'm kind of getting at. Like anything that's that different from the norm. Like school kids, I remember because I would a lot of time wear like a tank top, just because I dress like a derelict and I enjoy it. And so I was around there, and a lot of times like the kids, especially the ones from like out of Osaka, would look at me like with what the fuck. Like every time they would look at me just so confused, going, "Where are you from?" And then like Elman kind of makes you feel kind of cool though, because you sit there like, man, I'm like a weird rarity here, right? Like
I forgot to.
Whereas like even like for like out of our whole group, like people still notice Connor and Kevin, no doubt, because Kevin and me were a bit more paler. We got a bit more attention. But Ian, our other friend who's blonde, he had a lot of attention because like blonde hair is another huge thing where they go ape shit over because they want to touch it.
Makes sense.
Nice, very nice people though.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go to Japan, dye my hair blonde, and just fuck shit up.
What the fuck? That's an alien.
Yeah. So, what else did we do over this break here?
It's been probably one of the shittiest breaks ever, dude. There hasn't been anything to do. So
yeah, the last time
I'm kind of lucky. Like even though I don't get the time off, like it wasn't really much going on either way, so it was kind of chill. But like it's one of those years where it's like, I probably don't mind just working because there's nothing to fucking do anyway. You just go home. That's it.
Yeah, it was worse. It was way worse for me because I broke my wrist on November 23rd. So I was in a cast. Yeah, I fell at work, and so I broke my wrist, and so I couldn't go see anybody because of COVID. I couldn't play video games because of my cast. So I was just laying in bed, going like, I'm bored out of my fucking skull.
Yeah.
But like, that's just a testament of how long of a break we took because I was in a cast and then out of a cast in so long. Like, no one would have even known if I hadn't said anything.
No, I would have because he cried a lot about it.
I mean, you gotta. You can't internalize that. You gotta just let it out in the world.
I wish you would have internalized it.
Was that the first time you broke your wrist or broken anything?
No, I'd broken my thumb. This would have been years ago.
But I mean, when you take your wrist out of a cast, it feels so weird the first time.
I didn't
like
realize.
So sore.
Well, it wasn't that it was sore. It's that the muscles and tendons in my wrist were so weak that like I meant to do just do this just to try and stretch it. Anyway, it just went. I was like, okay, no, that's weird. It was like that's not supposed to happen. Yeah.
I remember because I broke my wrist when I was like maybe like 12 or so, and I remember getting the cast off, and then I tried to move my wrist, and it felt like it was still broken. That's how much it hurt.
Oh, holy shit!
But then like it went away in a couple of days. But that's like I was like, oh my god, like is this still broken?
Yeah, like because like when you don't move your muscles at all, it deteriorates really quickly. So 6 to 8 weeks, depending on how bad the break is, you'd be surprised how much muscle mass you lose and like how much strength, and then
So they
when
don't
you
give
all
you
of a
any
sudden,
like rehab or anything like after
I
a
could have,
surgery?
but like mine wasn't actually a break. It was a fracture, just like right in the wrist joint.
Fracturing is even worse, isn't it, than breaking it?
No,
Well,
breaking.
breaking is like it's in two
It's-
pieces.
It
Whereas
snapped.
a fracture is just like a small crack. It could be a small crack, but it's just cracked.
He does crack.
And what I'm saying is I do crack.
I'm part of the Never Broke a Bone Club.
Me too. It means we drink enough milk.
Oh, all the
Or
milk.
that you never leave your house.
That
You know what?
too.
See, this is everyone always
Speaking
makes
of,
fun
you
of that lifestyle, but I'm a safe man. I never
Yeah.
take risks.
Did you guys see that
risky.
that Tom Segura break?
Yeah, Matt posted the video in
That's
our
so
other
funny,
Discord.
dude.
Fuck, he just dummied himself. Like,
It's so funny.
Oh my
dude.
god,
love
yeah,
the
because
memes
I
of it.
paid for I watched the New Year's Eve live show where they premiered the video, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, because I thought he like broke his leg, but yes, he actually just snapped his patella tendon or something. But
Yeah, that's what like fucked him from like that's why he slid, hey. But like because he
Yeah.
fucked it up so bad. And the patella is like the kneecap, isn't that right by your kneecap or something?
Yeah.
Like that?
I cannot remember anatomy enough.
But yeah, no, it was the memes on that are so funny though, dude. Especially because it actually like the way he fell and how it had his arm behind his back looked exactly like the episode where Peter Griffin fell and like broke everything.
Yeah.
You that Family Guy
Yeah.
episode, man. So funny.
because I listened to the other podcast, Come Town, and they were talking about it, and they came to the same conclusion that I did about how he almost deserved it because of all the times because all he posts is people getting fucked up by shit.
Yeah.
Like
I
his
know,
favorite
right?
videos are people getting hurt,
Yeah. The
and then
best
he
is
gets like
actually-
one of the worst injuries.
My favorite is him actually.
And then
going
he
back-
caught COVID after.
COVID too? Oh no way! He actually got COVID. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
because he said when he got hurt, he was next to like a really shitty hospital and he got sent to that one. So he
Yeah.
wanted to go to a different hospital, and then he caught COVID from that hospital.
Oh no!
Jeez.
Fuck.
So said he was like for 2 weeks he was by himself in a room in his house with a broken body, doing nothing.
I love that.
And
story
then
he
after
had.
that, yeah, and then after that his wife got COVID, so she had to stay in a room by herself for 2 weeks after that.
That's weird. That's crazy, dude.
Well, they clearly didn't stay in a room well
We
enough.
get lucky, man. Like because it could be like, how come it's always just an assumption that it's 2 weeks because that's the normal. Like.
I
time?
think it's like
That's the I
What's it
think
called?
period. That's the period of I can't remember the term.
Infection. Like.
Yeah,
viral
period.
load.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Oh my god,
Gotcha.
I'm terrible when it comes to that
It's
kind
like,
of shit.
we won't say the person's name, but there was someone that went to our high school. He got it, but he said he only has to wait 10 days or something like that. So
Yeah, and he gave it all to us at a wedding.
yeah, it wasn't Connor, you dingle. That's not what I was talking about.
He came back from Spain and he had a mischievous grin and he
I
had
swear to God,
twist
we did get. I'm
mustache.
pretty sure we all got COVID from.
he had a
fucking-
twisted mustache.
He was the first to
Um,
bring it to Canada.
Connor was patient.
We know
Z.
patient zero, and
that's
I'm
like-
gonna report him and see if I can get money.
That's like the funniest thing about that story, though. Is like he said, like they're in Spain, they're trying to get back because COVID's starting to happen, right? And Chelsea's dead sick, and he's like, "Get on the plane, Chelsea, act normal." And she's like dead sick. He's like, "Get on the fucking plane, feel good. Oh, just sleep, honey, just sleep." Like when they got on the plane, just sleep, just sleep. She's
Yeah.
like dying.
He's like, pretend
Holding
you're
your cough,
fine.
holding your cough, pretend you're fine, feel good.
God damn it! So he's essentially the reason. He's like some of the people, and I get it too, right? Like you're stuck in a foreign country. Yeah, that's fucking tough to be able to
Yeah.
like want to say like, oh, I'm gonna stay here for the greater good, and everyone can talk a big game until you're in that situation. Then you go, well, maybe I'll just risk it. Like, I kind of want to be home, but yeah, I get that because Venezuela or Spain to be stuck in would be
I
interesting.
would say
Venezuela?
Oh, wasn't he?
No,
He
he was in Spain, dude. He was just in.
no, what about our other bud? Wasn't he in?
Stefan was in Vietnam.
Oh, my bad. Hey, I got it with
Like,
the right
he never
letter.
got COVID or anything. Like he, and then that's when.
No, but to be stuck there too would be
government-
another place. It's like,
yeah, the government said that everyone who's traveling has to come home. So, but you know how.
Man, I saw something
frustrating that
fucked a
is?
couple weeks ago.
Sorry,
So
what?
there's this girl we went to high school with who is
Yeah.
living in Europe, and she fucking posted a bunch of pictures on Facebook, and her boyfriend were in fucking Egypt on some beach.
Oh.
like during
Right.
Christmas time, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's
Like
what
that's a
you
bunch of
want.
bullshit.
Well, yeah, but dude, like, think about it. Even in the States, man, like, there's like today, like, there's the Bills game, for example. Like, a ton of people are getting together and drinking and getting shit faced for the Bills game, and they're probably gonna get sick. Like, that's the thing. It's just not gonna stop, man. Because they don't have the restrictions in the States like they do here, right?
Because they're idiots.
Yeah. There's
Well, I
idiots.
mean, given that that insurgence that just happened, holy.
Dude,
Oh.
did you see that interview
Not
from the
all of
chick?
them. Sorry,
She's
that's
from
very generous.
Tennessee.
Not all idiots.
Have you seen that video?
So
She's
what?
like, this guy's like interviewing this girl who, like, she stormed the Capitol. She's like, "Oh my god!" And he's like, "What happened to you?" She's like, "I got maced. Just got into the Capitol building, and they maced me." And then he's like, "What's your name?" And I don't know the name, so I'm just gonna say it's like Kelsey or something like that. She's like, "I'm Kelsey." He's like, "Where are you from?" "Tennessee." "So why'd you go in there?" "We're starting a revolution." And it was so funny. And she's like crying because she got maced, and she doesn't understand why she got maced. It's so funny. Dude.
Is it that? Was that like a legit interview, or is that like
It's
that
like some guy, yeah,
all
some guy on the
gas no
street.
brakes?
No, seriously, it's some guy on the street like interviewed her. Like, I don't know if it was like a radio or something like that, but you see the video, and he's like trying to be part of a news station, and he's interviewing her. It's fucking hilarious. It's so funny.
Dude, those people are so.
And then
fucking
all the
stupid.
photos that you see like that, you saw like the guy who's in Pelosi's office, like with his like legs all on there, and then you see them all getting their mug shots after, and it's like so fucking comical. Those fucking idiots.
They're
man.
arresting the FBI is arresting a bunch of them now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Oh
catching-
yeah, and they're going in for like because of Trump's law. I think they're all going in for 10 years plus.
Yeah, well, because Trump put a law in for like to stop like the
Black
Black Lives Matter
Yeah.
protests. So, like they could have throw them in jail for 10 years, but that law is coming back to bite them in the ass.
But that shouldn't affect me. I'm white.
I know.
I was told there'd be privilege.
Where's my
Yeah.
privilege? Dude, I just love the.
They made
I
a good
love-
point too, saying it was like this is white people, and if it was like black people, it'd be a lot different. And it probably would have been.
100%.
Yeah.
Man, if I was there, they would have definitely arrested me.
My favorite is still the guy who stole the podium. That's like the
Dude,
greatest
his picture looks amazing.
It's
Yeah.
the greatest picture. It's so good.
They
He didn't
found
have
that
the
guy.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
got arrested too.
He didn't have the same smile on his face in his mugshot. That's for sure.
I don't
Dude,
think you're
he's-
allowed to smile.
He should get leniency for that picture.
God,
Well,
you're just so
they're just-
photogenic.
What about
They're
the
just so
bare chested
uneducated.
dude?
It's insane. It's just
Sorry, what was that,
insane
Jason?
What about the bare chested dude? The guy with
No.
the fucking yak hat.
Oh, the
on?
guy with like the like.
Yeah,
the
I
guy-
think he got it. He's getting arrested too.
Yeah.
But he's some part of some fucked up like conspiracy
Kanon.
website. Yeah.
Did you say Kanon? I thought it was QAnon.
QAnon or whatever. QAnon, Kanon, like that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
QK. Pronounced. Yeah.
I don't know how much we want to go into this, but yeah.
It's crazy, dude. Just stupid people with
Is
no
that
education.
a piece of underwear stuck in that vent, Dan?
Now it's a towel.
Oh,
No.
Got turned up. My phone died.
Oh my.
This comrade.
I don't know how my phone died, guys.
No, I mean-
my phone just died like that. How can you believe it? It died.
just
Getting
kill
motion sick.
just kill the video if it's dead, man.
Jesus. It died. Just post a picture of Dan's ass.
No, I'll
It
just
died.
plop
Please
something up
don't.
there. I'll plop something up there. I'm sure I have
The
a lot
video
of.
comes back on. It's just Dan's dick.
I'm just gonna have to censor
Thanks, Dan.
everything out. In an episode where I thought I'd have to do very minimal editing, I just have to start blurring out whole sections of the podcast there.
But you only blur the head of his dick and leave the rest of it.
Leave the shaft.
Yeah, you leave the shaft to the nutsack.
Dan
Leave
should
it to
create
you.
an OnlyFans. That'd be great.
All right.
I'd pay for that.
I think a lot of people would just to see.
Yeah.
I don't know, Dan passed out, shirtless with like chips.
Dan Buck naked, but like a can of Canada Dry in between his crotch area, just blocking his dick. That's the only thing blocking.
Nice.
It'd be like a 2-liter shooken up, and then he pops the cock.
Could sell calendars. Just take 12 pictures of Dan with naked with ginger ale cans in certain places, and
You know what? See, the thing about it is, you could argue that it would sell based on the fact that if you have confidence, you have sexiness. You know what I mean? And if you're confident about it, even though I will fully admit on some of these days it look like a bit of half melted ice cream, I will accept the fact that if I need to, I can I can get after it, and then even without that, I can win them with my personality. You know,
You know
that's
what?
how you really win them over.
There's-
But either way, no, I think that if you are on a calendar, you got to just act sexy, even if you aren't.
There's 6 of us here, so we each take two months out of the year, and we can do a super sexy, entertaining, stupid podcast calendar.
I think it can only go up from here.
I mean, I sent out my Christmas cards, and everybody loved that.
I did like it, but then my immediate thought is I'm like, I can't let my family see this because then they're gonna question things about me.
I mean, I only jerked to it.
I mean, that was pretty mild. I mean, for you, Dan.
You know what? No, but see, my family, they know me as a wholesome
They
man.
already think he's gay.
No, well, no, they have asked me that a few times. Like, if we didn't know you had a girlfriend, I'm sure you're gay. No, they didn't tell me that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing more manly than fucking another dude.
I think we've talked about this. It's not gay fucking another dude. It's gay being fucked by another dude.
Oh, not again.
It's a dominance thing.
All I can
It's
think
not gay
about
if your eyes are closed.
All I think about, dude, is that fucking Law and Order clip. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I have relationships with women and sex with men. Yeah, you're gay.
I'm not
He's
gay.
gay.
I have relationships with women and sex with men. I got news for you. That means you're gay. And then the guy's just
His whole world is shattered. But he says it so. It's just because he said it with such gusto and
they
aggressiveness.
perfectly finish it with perfect music, like just the most like conundrum music. And he's like,
It's like his whole world has been shattered by this news.
Oh, TV is so funny. Just like that fucking clip that you sent me, Matt, of the quantum leap.
That's what.
Am I retarded?
Yeah.
I was going through my saved videos on Facebook, and it goes back like years and years, and I saved that same video like 6 years ago.
It's honestly one of the craziest, funniest clips of all time, man.
The fact
Well,
that
you gotta
they-
love the 80s, and you're allowed to do shit like that.
They got away with it in the 80s. There.
Well, that's what it was back in the day.
Yeah, I
Ain't
guess
like
so.
that now.
Yeah.
Can't do that. That's good.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're close to an hour here, so I think that's going to be it. I think this is a fantastic start to season 3 of the Entertaining Stupid Podcast.
Woo!
I think
One of these times we'll stay on
And
top.
hopefully we can do it in person.
we'll eventually get there. I mean, like I bought a
Yeah.
fancy new camera to shoot new things and doing all this prep work for our first ever, I guess, in-person shoot back on location here, back in my basement. But until that point, I think this works. This is fantastic.
Yeah, it works, man. It's something good in the meantime. I can't wait till we can.
I'm gonna need a GoFundMe for a webcam.
Just
we
start
need to
selling
go
OnlyFans
funny.
shit, man, Dan.
No,
Needs a
but
camera
we're
to
able
do
to-
it.
yeah. Well, how the fuck am I gonna get OnlyFans? I got a webcam.
You just snap your phone is a camera. It's
No,
a shitty
it's not
webcam.
flattering. Your webcam's
like-
No, when we're able to do something again all together, we should do something special, like another challenge or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dan's OnlyFans. He goes, "You want to see my dick pics? Here's a teaser." It's just it's a 2-pound organic mini baby carrot.
I hope you're ready for some vitamin C.
Get that vitamin
You're
D.
gonna get damn it! I didn't do it. I fucking hate him. He does this shit all the time. Like, I'm gonna make something or I'm making fun, and he comes in with this shit and fucking ruins it. I want him dead. I want pictures of Spider-Man. Oh,
I would laugh so hard if Dan just burst through Still's door right now.
I was thinking about just running up there and trying to beat him up, that crippled bastard. Oh,
It's like when
That's
you
why I
tell a
always keep
joke.
these nearby.
It's like when
Can't
you
let
tell
Dan go
yeah.
near me.
It's like when you tell a joke, no one hears it, and someone else tells the same joke, and they get all the laughs.
Yeah.
I fucking hate this guy. I was literally in the process.
Yeah, but it beat you to it.
My delivery, though, you gotta let them wait. You fuck. I hate you.
All right, we will see you guys later, and join us
Fucking live
next
with
week.
this monster.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, all two of you.
Bye, Stefan.
Bye, Steph, and bye, Mom.
Bye, Dan's mom.